One day, not so very long ago, a small fish named Howard was spending his time, as fish often do, blowing bubbles. It had been a dull day, the latest in a long string of dull days that began when Howard was born. And Howard was starting to think that he would never experience anything the least bit exciting or adventurous. Just then, a truly remarkable thing happened. Nothing. Yes, it turns out Howard was right. Small fish do not have adventures. In fact, very rarely does anything interesting happen to any fish ever. Well, maybe certain piranhas have a story or two to tell, but not fish like Howard, living inside a clock in someone's apartment. Honestly, there's only one episode in Howard's life that could even be considered an event, and that is the time Howard was taken from the aquarium in the pet store and unceremoniously dumped into the clock in someone's apartment. And that's not much of a story now, is it? Howard's existence before the move was very much the same as his existence afterwards. The trip itself was at most mildly unpleasant. No, at the end of his life, Howard will have no stories to tell his grandchildren. Not that it's likely he'll have any grandchildren, or children for that matter, living alone in a clock in someone's apartment. Perhaps that's for the best, though, as Howard's brain is about the size of a grain of rice, and as such he'd be 1,000 times more likely to eat his grandchildren than to tell them stories. Fish can't tell stories. Ridiculous. And so Howard will have to be content blowing bubbles, swimming around, and occasionally eating dried bloodworms, knowing his only contribution to the universe, the whole sum of his otherwise meaningless existence, is that now and then, for a few brief moments at a time, he provided someone with something to look at.